Wellness Wednesday, 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 Wellness Wednesday.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Welcome back to the Wellness Wednesday podcast. I'm Iris.
And I'm Christy.
Today we're talking about a topic that hits close to home for a lot of people.
Yes.
Especially ones who seem like they're doing just fine. We're diving into high functioning burnout, the kind that hides behind success, productivity, and the illusion of having it all together.
Oh, yes.
If you're the person everyone turns to, the one who always delivers, who never drops the ball, but inside you're running on fumes, this episode is for you.
It's for you. What is high functioning burnout? That's what y'all are asking. Burnout is something we often associate with collapse, exhaustion, breakdowns, or needing to take a medical leave. But high functioning burnout looks different. It's quiet. It hides in plain sight. Here's what it might look like. You're meeting a deadline, but feeling numb inside. You're smiling in meetings, but crying in your car. Gosh. You're present at home, but barely mentally there. You're praised for being dependable, but you're consistently overwhelmed. You're functioning, but it's costing you more than anyone realizes.
My.
Functioning, but costing you more than anyone realizes.
That's something there.
It is. You're sitting, when I say people are able to function outside in the world, but at home or when you're by yourself, you are struggling. Being at work, trying to do a job that's exhausting you, and then you get in your car and you just have a breakdown. Or parenting. You feeling overwhelmed, stay at home moms. And you go in the bathroom, kids beating on the door, and you just having a breakdown.
Just moms or wives, period. They wear silver hats.
Yeah. Or being a father.
Yeah.
A man trying to take care of your family.
Yeah.
You get off work and you go to a bar or drive around just because you're tired. This is real life we're talking about. Burnout, we ain't just talking about work. We're talking about life.
That's true.
Go ahead.
Who is most at risk? Let's talk about who tends to experience high functioning burnout the most.
Okay.
Perfectionists, who believe everything less than 110 isn't good enough.
I'm not. That ain't me. I'm about good 50. I'm good.
People pleasers, who carry the weight of everyone else's expectations. High achievers, who have linked their worth to their performance.
That has been me.
Caregivers, who feel guilty prioritizing their own needs. Marginalizing folks, who feel the pressure to work twice as hard to prove their value.
Marginalized folks who have to work twice as hard to prove their value. We're looking at that right now. The whole DEI.
Yeah.
ICE is taking hardworking people who just trying to
survive.
Trying to survive. We have to work extra hard just to be seen and heard. That's a true statement. Caregiving.
Yeah.
You talked about that. I know a lot of people who I have dealt with who struggle to provide care for other people and balance self-care for themselves.
Yeah.
And caregiving, you mostly think of, taking care of your parents. But we're talking about caregiving in general. Being a foster parent, being a parent, being an older sibling, having to take care of your younger siblings. Caregiving is across the board. When you feel like you have to put other people first,
Mm-hmm.
they're prioritized before your own needs, and then you feel guilty when you just want to go do something for yourself, or you don't even. It's not even a thought to do something for yourself because I have other people before me.
Burnout is not a weakness.
No.
It's the body's natural response
Mm-hmm.
to prolonged stress. And when you're high functioning, you're more likely to push through it until you can't no more. That's a lot of people.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. If I go back to the pandemic, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think about the news articles I read about doctors and nurses who were experiencing burnout in that
Yes.
moment
Mm-hmm.
because the numbers were so high when
Mm-hmm.
we think about COVID and people being sick and hospitals overflowing.
Mm-hmm.
You're still trying to do your job, but you are exhausted. I can only imagine what they were going through
Wow.
in those rooms on their breaks.
Right.
Couldn't even go home. Some couldn't even go home to their families.
Mm-hmm.
That's a lot. And to now deal with the system being burnt out after all of that and people trying to get a sense of reality and back to norm, we've lost a lot of programs that were developed in COVID.
Mm-hmm.
And now we don't have those anymore. And so you have a system that's burned out trying to figure out how are we still going to help people when we don't have the means to do it. A lot of nurses and doctors left.
Yeah, I was gonna say a lot of them didn't even come back.
Didn't come back. Teachers,
Yeah.
they had a strike. A lot of them left. Burnout.
Mm-hmm.
I love what I do. I was here to do this, but I don't have the resources to do my job. How is that?
Right.
I want to do the job, but I don't have the resources.
That's crazy.
I'm tired. That's exhausting. And then you have to put your own money into things. We're talking about teachers who go in their own pockets to pay for their school supplies. And then you on the other end you hear parents upset talking about we supplying the schools. Well, if you don't,
Who will?
who will? The signs you're burnt out. So how do you know if you're experiencing high functioning burnout? Here are some red flags. Chronic fatigue even after resting. Now, I have definitely experienced that.
Yeah.
You done got you a good night's sleep. You've rested, took a nap, and you wake up and still tired.
Mm-hmm.
You don't even want to think about what you got to do when you get there. You already have so many tasks on your plate.
Mm-hmm.
You too tired to even figure out how to check off one. Chronic fatigue, emotional detachment or apathy.
Mm-hmm.
Emotional detachment. That means I can still do my job and don't have no emotions to it whatsoever. It doesn't make me I can go either way.
Mm-hmm.
It's just flat. I'm just going through the motions. I can't be empathetic or sympathetic to the person across from me that I'm providing a service for,
Wow.
or there to support or help, because I don't have. I just it's like it's a routine. I just got a checklist. I'm just checking stuff off,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm not giving you nothing past surface. Irritability or anxiety over minor things. That's another one.
Mm-hmm.
I've experienced that this year. That's why I'm ready for a vacation. Little stuff just
Don't take much.
it doesn't. Because we haven't even addressed the big things. There's no point. So now the small, minute things is just,
Mm-hmm.
it's a trigger for me now. As a supervisor, you constantly coming in late to the same meetings we have at the same time on the same day. I'm just over it. I don't have anything to give.
Mm-hmm.
I've completed, set out a task for you. I've written it down. You know where you can find it. And you still ask me what you're supposed to do. These are things that no matter what you're doing in life, what your job or being a parent or a teacher, it can trigger you. It's a red flag. Brain fog, forgetfulness or trouble focusing. Now that's the
That's
big
me.
one. Say that's you?
When I'm burnt out, brain fog, I forget everything.
Yeah. Yeah, you do. Feeling like you're always on. I always got to perform. I got to stay ready. That's a good one. Resenting things you used to enjoy. Now, I've heard that in my sessions with people. I used to like to go shopping or go get a massage or do sip and paint. Now I don't even want to leave the room. You used to have a social life. You used to be engaged. Hang out with your coworkers if you liked them, but But now you don't want to do any of those things. That's another sign. Saying I'm fine when you're really not. Now,
a lot of people do that.
When I say a lot of people do this, it is true. When you ask somebody how you doing, really mean that question. Because we so quick to say, oh, fine. That's just a natural response. I'm fine. How are you? When really you're not fine. When people ask me now and I'm not, you really want to know?
Right.
Because you asking, are you really invested? Do you really want to know how I'm doing? Because if not, I'm good. Then let's move on. But we shouldn't do that. People are not fine. And we got to stop saying that. And here's the kicker. You might still be praised at work, still getting things done, still showing up, but underneath, you're drained. Now, that's the truth. I could go to work because I need to get paid. But underneath, I have nothing. Nothing to give to people.
Now we're at the hidden costs. Let's be real about the price of keeping it all together all the time. Physical health issues like headaches, insomnia, digestive problems, strained relationships. You too tired to connect with folks.
Yeah. Don't even want to pick up the phone.
Nah.
Won't even text.
You can see.
On red.
Mental health struggles, anxiety, depression, and disconnection. Resentment towards your job, your family, and towards yourself.
Oh, that's good. That burnout can turn into resentment.
How did I allow myself to be?
Right. I can't stand you.
Right.
All because you're burnt out. Now it's seeping out and festering over to your relationships. People don't even know why you don't want to talk to them.
Right.
People don't understand why you're not returning their phone calls. So now you done added another problem because they think there's something wrong with your relationship when really you're just you're tired and burnt out. You have to communicate these things to people. Let people know what's going on.
The cost is high because you're constantly operating in survival mode.
Oh, that's good.
That's good.
Survival mode. Imagine if you're constantly in survival mode. That means you always on the lookout. You're expecting the worst.
Yes.
That it's gonna crumble
at any
given moment. There is no peace in that. There's no stability in that. Survival mode. Go ahead.
It says, and when you do that long enough, your body eventually demands a break. Sometimes it's in ways that you can't ignore. You keep doing it, your body just automatically shuts down.
We have said before, your body will teach you. And the Lord will too.
Come on.
You get real talk, you get signs of stuff beforehand. There's always an alarm. We talked about that last week.
Yes.
There's always pre things that happen before you get to the final stage. If you don't do those check-ins and check some stuff off, go back to that when we talked about that check engine light. Go see what's the warning signs to go see what's going on before you break down.
Right.
The breakdown is inevitable then if you never do that. But let's talk about after you realize that you're in burnout. how can you start to heal from that?
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
So, what can you do about high functioning burnout? Here's a few steps to begin shifting. Acknowledge it. I
Mm-hmm.
just said that. Stop pretending you're fine. Name what's happening.
Mm-hmm.
Please. Put a label on it. Say what it is. Redefine productivity. I like that.
Yes.
Rest is productivity. Saying no is productivity. Boundaries are productivity. Listen, you be on that job working for the man 20 years, never take a vacation.
What?
Something happened to you, you get sick, Lord forbid you leave here. Guess what's going to be on Indeed
Your job.
next day? Your job description. Now hiring.
Mm-hmm.
You got to invest in yourself. Productivity for what your boss wants. Yes, that's fine. You get that between 9 to 5. But after that, it's about my productivity.
That's it.
We talked about implementing routines, bedtime routines, wake up routines. Start your day well.
Mm-hmm.
Have your me time. Check in with yourself. What do I need today in order to be productive?
Mm-hmm.
We ain't even got to the job yet. We ain't talking about that. What do I need to be productive for myself today? Check in daily. Ask yourself, what do I need right now?
Come on.
That question alone can shift everything.
Right.
It's all about communication. Can we say that? Whether it's a job, a relationship, family, and friends, can't nobody give me what I need if I don't tell them. People don't know the handbook to you.
Come on.
They don't know the guidelines, the rules, the expectations. You got to communicate that. But then you get mad at people and wonder why your relationships have failed because you ain't told nobody what you needed. They're supposed to just guess. I was supposed to assume that you needed me to check in or do something for you that day.
Right.
Or just be there. I didn't know. You never said it. Delegate and delete.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I like that. 2 D's. Delegate and delete. You don't have to do it all.
Mm-mm.
Let things go that aren't essential.
If you don't need it, let it go.
But it's a lot of people that can't delegate.
Nah.
And then wonder why ain't nothing getting done.
Mm.
You got quality people around you
to get the job
done. But you burning yourself out because you trying to have your hands in everything. But guess what? You got to stay in your lane because some things you might not be qualified for. It's people you got people in positions to help you get where you trying to go.
Come on.
If you could do it all, you wouldn't need a team. You wouldn't need other people. You wouldn't need family and support. If you can handle it, we wouldn't be burnt out.
There we go.
But you wonder why, nah, I ain't done that. I haven't completed those steps of that task. Why not? Because you're burnt out and you don't even know where to start. You don't even have it in you. Seek help. Talk to a therapist, a coach, or even a trusted friend. Burnout thrives in silence.
Yes.
We done talked about a lot of stuff. We're at episode 8 now. It's a lot of things we talked about that thrive in silence.
Mm-hmm.
It's the devil's playground.
Yes.
Silence and isolation. I told you a couple of episodes ago, being alone is not out. You can't be alone 100% of the time. Yes, you have me time and, stuff you need to do for yourself. But a lot of times you have to be around people to nurture,
yes,
to reset, to establish some things.
Mm-hmm. Back to them connections.
Connections are vital. Rebuild self-worth. You are more than your performance.
It's more to me than that.
It's more to me than that. It's more to me than what you see. It's more than to us than doing this. I have to know that because guess what? If my performance doesn't go well, I have to know that I still have the things within me to be successful.
Come on.
We're not going to win at everything.
No.
Sometimes you will
need to take
fail.
a L.
You're going to take an L. You learn from it.
Yes.
It's not about the fall, it's how you get up. Your value isn't in your output.
It's not.
It's not in your output. This is good.
It is. Here's the truth. High functioning burnout doesn't mean you're strong. It means you learn to survive at the expense of your wellness.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You're allowed to rest. You're allowed not to have it all together. And most importantly, you don't have to wait until you break down to start and rebuild.
Read that last part. You don't have to what?
You don't have to wait until you break down to start rebuilding.
Rebuilding can take place anytime.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to wait till it's the
everything just collapse.
Yeah. If you see something not working or what you already have implemented is not effective, it's time to restructure that thing.
Come on.
But sometimes you have to start from scratch too. Can we say?
Yeah.
Them boards, you got some termites. Some wood has wilted. You got mold. We got to call some of this stuff what it is. Some of that stuff you got to.
It's a crack in the foundation.
And if the foundation ain't strong,
come on,
the building gonna collapse.
What you say?
And that collapse is burnout, people. We hope you took something from this. This was good, short and brief.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining in today. If this episode hit home, share it with someone who might need to hear it. Because we got a lot of burnout people out there. And some of them might not even realize it. And remember, just because you can do it all doesn't mean you have to. Until next time, take care.
Thank you, guys.